Good morning. It is Friday, November 21st, and a bit of a holiday tomorrow, though we won't be here. So I figured I'd share with you. If you do have a chance to see the absolute bedrock of our company, the Kaylee Brackett, she celebrates her one of her birthdays tomorrow. I'm not going to say. She's a child, so it doesn't really matter. Everyone, see, it's easy for me because it's just everyone's younger than me. I mean, for the most part. Commercials in the building today, so there's probably a little additional gray hair in the center square over there in the training room today. But outside of that, usually it's just everyone's younger, so that's fine. The Kaylee Brackett celebrating tomorrow. So if you do see her today, call her today, or if you weren't going to see her, call her today, and you happen to reach out, she celebrates her birthday tomorrow, so we don't get a chance to actually poke fun at her on her day of birth. But that is taking place tomorrow. National holiday, 11/22. Circle your calendars. Wonderful. So we move through the schedule. It is a Friday. Historically, we would jump on at 8:22 because the Mark King would jump on at 8:30, and he was doing formally Wealth Building 2.0, Welcome to the Cause. Now it's called Redefine, and it is a whole program fleshed out with additional coaches. Dusty Oglesby is part of his team now, and he's moved his call that was historically right now, 8:30 our time, 7:30 his time. It is now noon. So if you want to spend time with the Mark King, you are probably a member of the page. If you aren't, just simply go track down Redefine Mark King, REDEFINE, on the face space right here on the face space. And you'll be able to track him down. If you are connected to the page, you'll get the push notification when that starts. And that's 12 noon now on Fridays. So we are back to our normal time on Fridays here at 8:30 with the Quick Start. And really, the cadence of this is to have a conversation about what's going on in your business, maybe some best practices you could install. And we read through the menu of services. I mean, the morning news is just a reminder to you of what's going on in the market center. Absent that, a lot of people, and even with this in place, a lot of people just get overwhelmed by all of the things. And I'm never going to apologize for that. We're never going to apologize as a company. And I'm not talking about all of KW. KW is a fantastic brand. Hi, Gary. He's listening. It's a fantastic brand. Ours is different. Didn't say better. I would never say worse. It's just different. And the calendar that we have put together, that we continue to, work on and mold and adjust and pivot, everything on the calendar, we feel, based on the systems and the models, are appropriate to be in front of you. Now, if you're just getting started, you don't have a calendar, and you're looking at your Google A calendar because you just got your Google A account because you just got your at kw.com email, and you're like, I don't know where to start. It serves as a foothold for that as well. I mean, when we leave here at 9:00, we're going into Fight Club, and Fight Club is simply your lead gen time. It's just protected lead gen time. We always talk about we have to put a moat around our business, and we have to defend our time. We're always defending our time. It is arguably, I would almost call it equal, right? I'm not going to say everybody. Most everyone either got into this or left another professional commitment to get into this, or you're leaving your dual career right now and you're seeing if this thing actually works. And we know there is work before noon that is attached to our success. Yet you also know that in most other professional environments, you're getting paid once a week, most people twice a week, twice a month. Some executive roles, maybe once every 30 days. We have the opportunity to get paid as much as we want here. And I'm not saying that to make it sound simple. It's not. You can simplify it by starting to do the activities that don't feel successful in the moment. Yet the compounding interest of doing the next right thing over and over again will start to stack the success, will start to fill the pipeline. And I know that's such a jagged corporate thing to say, like, fill your pipeline. What I mean is, every time you have a conversation with someone and they are politely reminded that you are in real estate, it's just one more plank on that bridge across the ravine between them and you getting together when the time is right, when the time is right for them. You can imagine, I have conversations all the time and people get into real estate and they're like, well, yeah, Timmy, when I got my license, I put it on MySpace. Everyone knows. Let's just let's be insane. Let's just assume that when you put it on the internet, the day you got your license and the day you decided to come play here and got my license, I'm at Keller Williams. Let's just assume that everyone saw it. You and I both know that's not enough. History tells us that's not enough. The metrics tell us that's not enough. We talk about a lot of books. I reference her all the time. Her name is Susan Scott. It's called Fierce Conversations. And in that book, she says the relationship is the conversation. The conversation is the relationship. Conversation. Not Facebook post. Not email 6 years ago, 6 months ago, 6 days ago. The conversation. Now, you're muscling up and you're like, I don't really want to do the phone. I got you loud and clear. The phone is going to expedite things for you. And if that's not your jammity jam, what are you willing to do? What have you been willing to do? Or, speaking of our dear friend, the great Mark King, what is it that you did that worked so well that you just stopped doing it? And I know that sounds crazy, and it's true. And each and every one of us probably has some facet of our life where we were doing something and it was giving us success. It was prosperous for us, and we just got away from it because we felt we were beyond it. So whatever it is you decide to do in the morning, and 9 to 11, that's our calendar for Fight Club. Whatever your morning looks like. I just had a conversation the other day with one of our great agents, and he's like, hey, listen, I'm up, I'm getting the short people off to school. I drop them off. My wife's working. By the time I get back and get straightened out, get laundry started, blah, blah. He's Superman, by the way. It's probably going to be 9:45. And I said 9:44, just because 9:45 is loose and flowing. 9:44 is the real time. And we settled on 9:44. And it's going to be 9:44 to 11:44 for him. Those are his 2 hours. And knowing how he's wired, he's going to stick to those 2 hours. It's not going to bring immediate success. He's not going to be at the closing table Tuesday before Chicken Giving next week. It could, because if we're putting ourselves in the pathway of success, we could trip over the willing and able and unrepresented buyer with a cotton bag full of money who wants to buy something yesterday. That could happen. It 4,000% won't happen if we sit on the couch and talk to Mittens and have a conversation about how there's nothing out there to sell. I've been talking about this since before Halloween. Most of us, a lot of people go to big tables with their, I think my sister's house, because we finally got Cheryl to put the spoon down. I think my sister's house, God bless Stephanie, I think there's going to be 18, 20 of us. I don't know. I lost count. It's going to be packed. I'm the only one in the room connected to the industry. And curiosities will come up. It's obviously, I'll say this loosely. It's my family. They respect me enough that if they have a question, they'll turn to me for an answer. I'll say something pithy and brilliant. Just kidding. I'm not kidding. If you haven't earned that right yet at your table, if you're not the family insider for real estate, start to become that this week. The industry is going to come up. They're going to talk about the probability of a 50-year note. They're going to talk about the portable mortgage. They're going to talk about lack of inventory or nobody can. The words will get thrown around. I've said it a million times, and I'm going to use my air quotes. And if you have an Uncle Tony, I apologize. I'm sure he's svelte. He probably runs marathons. But everyone's got their fat Uncle Tony at the table who will start the woe is me conversation. And your cousin Julie and her fiance are about to go buy their first condo. And you're about to help them. And he yells down the table, pass the potatoes. Don't do it. You're going to get screwed. Because he's an expert. Because he watches cable news. Don't let it happen. And I'm not saying you have to go to work at the table, but God help us if our industry comes up in your conversations over this holiday week. Fight for your greatness. Don't put your head down, grab another fork full of dressing and be like, yep, it's tough out there. You guys should wait. You can do whatever you want. Right? I say it all the time. I'm not going to tell you how to run your business. I'm going to offer best practices. Best practices is making sure everyone at that table, when they leave, they know at the very least, if they have a question in the future, you're the connective tissue to the real estate industry. And they should be talking to you about their next move when they're ready. As Uncle Gary Keller would say, no one's going to buy, sell, invest, or join our company until it's appropriate for them. Our job is to stay curious, stay informative, stay care-filled until that time arrives. But there are moments in your life and in this career where we have to fight for our greatness. We have to remind people that we're not used car salespeople. We're not personal injury lawyers. I'm not picking on any of these industries. I'm just saying that's where we're categorized. People have a general, like, oh God, I'm going to buy a car and deal with these guys on the lot. Or the ambulance chasing lawyers. We're down there and we put ourselves there. Because sometimes we don't defend ourselves in the moment, or we behave in a similar way. As James Shaw said, if we loved people, we would care for them always, not when they're just about to grab their checkbook and jump onto the multiple listing service. When do you show up in their life and how do you show up in their life? That's what this whole video game is all about. And finding a way in which you're willing to do it consistently is going to be the game changer for you. It will unlock your potential. So if you're not sure what that looks like for you for 2026, join us December 18th for the final business planning clinic of the year. Or jump on my calendar at meetwithcoach.com. Let's talk about it. Let's make sure you know what you're willing to do to build this thing you're excited to create for more financial opportunity, to get you home faster. It's about more choices, and we can make more choices for ourselves and the ones we love when we have more time and more opportunity. And opportunity is money. Money is energy. Yes, it's a tool we use that help us make decisions. How do you feel when you tip the hell out of somebody after great service? You feel good. It gives you energy and you give them energy. Think of it as energy. Make it less mechanical, more emotional. Maybe that will spur you forward to do what we need to be doing to create more of it. That's what that space is for on the calendar. 11 o'clock, we have the Dan O'Halloran coming in to hang out and talk about his whole path into real estate, joining KWCLM, his relationship with Nathan. As we continue with Nathology, it's episode 12. We're going to call it Nathology until we get through December. Then we will go back. It is originally Coffee with a Capper, Macchiato with a Mega, latte with a leader, whatever I feel like calling it each Friday. We've been calling it Nathology to celebrate our 21st birthday here at KWCLM, which was July 1st. And of course, on August 6th, Nathan turned 50. So, little Nate celebration. And talk about how this whole thing came together. So, Dan O'Halloran joins me today. That is on Facebook Live. We will also simulcast that conversation over to our YouTube learning page under the live category, because live videos like this one will only hang on Facebook for 30 days because Mark Zuckerberg is a wonderful person. See, it's the holidays. I've been working on that, and I said it without laughing or crying. That should be noted. The midday protocol is coming up after that. That's at 1 o'clock. That's where we talk about what we did or didn't do. And there's no wrong answer. We share our metrics. How many conversations have you had in the last 24 hours? How many appointments have you set? And above and beyond that, how many contracts have you signed? We are wrapping up the 12 tactics of shift, and we will finish our discussion around tactic number 12, setting ourselves apart from others. What are we doing to bulletproof the transaction? We'll wrap that conversation today. That starts at about 1:15. So it's a half an hour with your peers, holding yourself to account. And then at 1:30, every Friday, the best brokers on planet America join you at kellertv.com for Back to Basics KWCLM forums. Think about what you're willing to do. Think about the change you want to make. Whether it is a massive change to completely jumpstart your business, or just a pivot, just a shift in your footing and your batting stance, to do something different, to do something more, to give you joy in what you do. You didn't come here to feel like an employee. You didn't come here to have Sunday scaries and be like, oh God, I got to get back to lead gen tomorrow. Not that we're not always doing it, but you know what I mean. You came into this industry to control your calendar and your finances. And when you figure out what you're willing to do on a regular basis, it will allow you to start to enjoy that. It will tune up that fast twitch muscle, and it will just become what you do. And when you can get there, the jobby job portion, the employment portion of this career feels lighter. Dare I say easier. We know it's simple. Right now, if it's uneasy, let's figure out how to pick that lock and make that change. Have a great day. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the sunshine while it's here. I'll see you around the internet and the market center. Take care.